opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Raiders are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Pass play coming here.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Here we go. 4th and goal inside the 1. He's keeping it. He's going for it. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Galloping inside the 40. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's probably won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throw on 3rd down. Finds his man Chase. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. Offense in the hurry up here. All right, still score.
Quarter with no score.
About to begin the 2nd here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. The give here on 2nd. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals get the game's first points here in the 2nd. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when we need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it. Near the goal line. He has the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Harrison's got it on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 2nd quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. Get some space around midfield. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Setting up the running back screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 14. Called in left side. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. He's on the move. Fights up a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Cardinals grab it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. First down, he takes the snap. McBride hauls it in.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking for a throw here. That pass is complete to McBride. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Cardinals, needing 8 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got him, that's Addison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now from the gun. On the move, headed right. That's completed right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders making a one-score game before halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbles it and drops it. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's looking deep once again. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To throw it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Second and 3 now. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, we did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Pass play now. Buys time, rolling right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Complete here to Bowers. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, with a big gain on that play.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. The play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36. They go play action here. Hits his running back. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Hand off to the back. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He sends this away, and this is going to be a field flipper. Takes this in at the 25. Jukes one defender. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Cardinals football. First down, ball at the 36. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Arizona. They're throwing it. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd and 10 now. He lets one fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Arizona. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals make it a 24-point ball game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Working quickly here. Bring him down quickly, but he does have it across the 40. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He's on the move. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the...
Raiders 14.
Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Back now, pressure on its way. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Throw on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. possession off their second interception of the game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this one does not go far. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a handoff up the gut. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders putting up points in a game decided. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. It's a foot race. The 40. Hits the 20. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders drop the lead back to 13. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Raiders have some new life in the fourth. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing four, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To the air, third and long. Short pass brought in. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on fourth down. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders now within 1 score in the fourth. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cardinals.
We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Play action on first down. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals make it a 2-possession game here in the fourth. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. He's going to throw this one. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. He's got, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got two options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck in a run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And that brings up 4th and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down. Here's a throw. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21.
Raiders 34.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for Raiders first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Cardinals as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.